and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We're going to get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-through Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us today here on the show, we got Brad Francis with us, Brian Biller, Javon Burtz, Rod Zawacki, James will sign in a little later, and we got Jay Briggs, and here's how they'll sign up for this lineup for this evening. Briggs, Francis, Burtz, Bittler, Clark, Zawacki, then I will close this one out. All right, we got good NBA card tonight, 9 games on the board, lots of college hoops. We got some quality college basketball on the board tonight, as well as a few from the NHL. We got 2 college football games here, heading to a big weekend. Let's get this show underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him right now. Hope you're catching his live shows here on the network as well. Bring him in. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening?
Things going great. Here we go tonight. Pelicans and Rockets. Rockets have been a surprise. Well, some expected some improvement, no doubt, with the veterans and the upgrade, the massive upgrade in coaching here. As you can see here, Rockets favorite here, 2.5 total, 219.5.
It's crazy. They're on a 4-game winning streak. And I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I think they make it 5. I would lay the points or look at just taking them straight up money line in this one. The reason I like them so much is, A, they're on a long homestand. We've seen other teams around the league begin their season on this homestand and play really well. And I think the Rockets are playing really well here as well. Pelicans, I don't like the vibes in New Orleans right now. They're really banged up. A ton of guys missing. Zion is back in the lineup, just had a baby. That's not the best situation to try to back a player. They're out on the road. They haven't really impressed me of recent, on a 3-game losing streak. I think I'm just going to take the team playing the better basketball at home on the back end of a long homestand. I'm taking the Houston Rockets, and I'm going to lay the wood.
All right, there we go. We sit here. Oh, man. Jay here, Rockets here at 1.5 here. Oh, this is some crazy. My mind is going wrong direction here. We got Rockets here. Actually, the Rockets were 1.5 just about an hour ago, and then we're seeing 2.5 in some places right now. So we're seeing some line movement in this game. But 1.5 is really predominantly right now in the marketplace as we're looking here at the market right now. Yeah, the Rockets here definitely showing some improvement. Pelicans. Again, here we go with some of the guys in the lineup. McCollum has been out of late, the kind of a laundry list there. But, boy, when you look at this Rockets team, they added Van Fleet, Green. We've seen him in the scoring book. Sengun has contributed as well. Of course, he's the question mark on it right now.
Yeah, I want Sengun in there tonight. Still a game-time decision. But I think even without him, this team got a plethora of young guys that can fill the void. Probably not going to be as dominant as he will, but I think they still got some guys that can fill that void. The Pelicans are really who's banged up. They need Alvarado back. They need McCollum back. They need Herbert Jones back, Trey Murphy. Like, this team is really banged up right now, and it's hard to back them in this spot on the road.
That is definitely that. No doubt about that here. Rockets here. You see the line move up to 2.5. But do your line shopping and get the best numbers. As we do with Jay here on Friday, we do the Texas sweep here. And here we go. Starting off with this one, Texas Tech and Kansas. We see Kansas laying 4.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas in this one. Reason being is I just don't like taking Texas Tech out on the road, man. They've really struggled there most of the season. When we've seen them play their best football, it's been at home. Kansas, I do think, is significantly better than Texas Tech. I'm not going to overcomplicate that one. Kansas for me there.
All right, let's get to the next Texas team as we go through the board here with Jay here, looking for that next team in Texas. We'll come to it. They're one of the, I think they have the most representatives of any teams in college football here. Sam Houston State here got off the schneid. They're going to be a dog on the road here against La Tech here, 7.5 points.
Sam Houston has been a thorn in my side all year. They did get off the snide last week. I've lost so much money betting this team, but for the 10th time this year, I'm taking Sam Houston plus the points.
All right, Sam Houston plus the points from Jay. Here's another one, Baylor here. And, boy, what's happened to Baylor? My goodness, this team was not too long ago. They were in the Big 12 title game, right? They made the coaching change. A good defensive coach coming over. And it's been a disaster this year. Kansas State 21-point favorite, total 55.
Yeah, I do think Kansas State is head and shoulders better than Baylor. As I've said most of these Fridays when we talk Baylor, it's just not a good team. It's kind of crazy, like you said, how the mighty have fallen. I think 21 is the exact number. 20 and a half, I would like it more. Watch this number. You know how college football numbers, lines move. But I'm leaning Kansas State at home. I don't like Baylor out on the road, especially out on the road.
All right, continuing here on the Texas two-step here, looking for the next Texas team here for Jay to either pick on or pick against. We're moving through some of the games here. Texas State, this is an interesting game here. Coastal Carolina's had issues at quarterback. Might see a third stringer in there, but they got the job done last week. Coastal dog here. Texas State on the road, 2.5, total 57.
Yeah. I don't know if Coastal's going to have the offense to keep up with Texas State in this one. I love Texas State's offense. You know, sometimes it disappears, but I just think that I love the athletes they have out there.
All right.
I do think Texas State's the better team. I would lay the 2.5.
It says lay the 2.5 here with Texas State. Looking for that next Texas team here for Jay as he goes through the state of Texas. Get you those college football picks here on the show on the Friday here with Jay. We're getting to the nighttime, so you know the good teams are coming up here from the state of Texas here. I know there's one here not too far away. This is the one here, Mississippi State and Texas A&M. Look at Texas A&M. Big line here, 18 in this one, total 42.5.
I got to roll Mississippi State in this one. I can't lay this many points with Texas A&M, man. They're better than I've given them credit for at points in times this season, but I think that's too many points to lay. They probably win by 10, 13. I like the 18 in my pocket with Mississippi State.
I thought they were going to get boat raced against Ole Miss. They blocked that field goal. Changed a lot in that game.
It did. It definitely did.
They got the push in that one because you felt like a loser when they're down 14-0 and they're kicking that, and Ole Miss is kicking that field goal up 17-0, and man, that changed it there and got the cover. Here's one state of Texas head-to-head here. UTSA is starting to get better now. Rice on the road, who's played really good this year. Rice and UTSA. UTSA laying 13.5, total 56.
I'm going to take Rice in this one. We saw them compete with SMU, compete with Tulane. Those are two teams I really like. I think if you can compete with them, you can compete with UTSA. UTSA did look good in certain spots last week against UNT. They kind of let them in the back door in the end, but I think they kind of let Rice in the back door in this one as well. I would grab the points with Rice.
All right, grab the points with Rice. Say, Jen, here's the other one here. Primetime game, ABC has Texas at TCU. We've talked about TCU now for a while, but Texas is going to have to lay some wood on the road here. 11.5-point favorites, total 55.
Actually might roll with TCU. I've been on the fence in this one. I've been going back and forth. Texas is definitely the better team, but we've seen them now for multiple weeks play right to the number. TCU, they're going to get up for this game. If there's one game they're going to get up for, it's this one.
TCU will be using their backup quarterback in this one. Or else will not.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. They will. Hey, I'm on the fence on this one. I've been going back and forth. I'll let y'all know how I feel in the morning. I'm sorry to do that.
Ewers is back in the lineup. Yeah, Ewers is just in there.
Yeah. Ewers is back. I know, Tommy T, but it's a tough one.
Tough one. Jay needs about another 12 hours before we get a pick from him. Another 15 hours until he's on the 15 hours and 15 minutes away from that pick in the morning show. So make sure you tune in for that. I don't think we go that late with that. I don't know. They don't like to play these late games too late. Well, we had one, but that's not that Iowa State AIU is not Texas. All right, so we got through the state of Texas with Jay as we got through the picks from him. And okay, so and of course on the record here with Rockets. Of course, the state of Texas laying the 1.5 here against the Pelicans. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for nice action. Of course, NBA on the board tonight, 9 games on the board. We got a couple from college hoops, lots of college hoops, college football on the board as well. Great numbers in NFL this year, heading to a big NFL weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Hey, I'm locked and loaded tonight. I think I have 5 NBA locked and loaded for you guys. I have a college hoops and I have a college football. So I'm locked and loaded on a Friday night. It's a money-making weekend as well. So you know what it is. The best thing to do on a Friday, hop on a long-term pass, hop on the 3-day, and let's make some money for the weekend. You see the numbers in the NFL, seeing the board really well, seeing it well all across the board, last 30 days. So we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Pair me up 2-for-1 capper special with one of the great guys on the show, and let's make some money this weekend and moving forward.
Indeed, guys. I get on board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results from Jay here for the year in NFL. Of course, you guys love it. Over the last 30 days, showing profit. 659 units of profit. Last 7 days, 895. Man, Jay's been on fire right now, so get on board. You guys love that 3-day pass here on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All of Jay's premium plays, NBA, your college football, NFL, college basketball. Lots of action this weekend. This is the time to get the long-term pass. Pick it's a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Jay, as always, good having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But you got a lot going on over at Pick Dogs. We catch the morning shows as well on the weekends, and a lot of your rundowns on the site as well.
Yep, you can catch my jam session every morning. We got a small card tomorrow, NBA, but I'm going to cook it up, of course. And hosting the morning show in the morning. So tune in for that. And round table on Sunday as we talk some NFL. And then you catch me right here with Tony T on most days throughout the week as well. So plenty of content for me, just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. I appreciate all you guys watching, and let's make some money this weekend.
Indeed, let's make some money indeed here with Jay Briggs, guys. You can check him out here on the channel this weekend, as you'll have a lot of content up there. You want to check out the live shows. A lot of the cappers from the drive-thru show up there and give out their free picks on the weekend. And of course, it's a little earlier now on the Saturday, right? We go to is it the 9:30 a.m.?
Yes. Is it a half hour or hour? It's earlier. I forget.
It's early.
It's early. It's early. It's either a half hour or an hour earlier than the Sunday show. So tune in. We're live. I think it's an hour. I want to say it's an hour. Earlier. So tune in. And let's make some money on the Saturday.
You got to make some money, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you on Monday.
Yes, sir, Tony T. I'll see you on Monday.
Got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Up next, Brad Francis. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Brad in right now. NBA coverage here from Brad. We'll get him here in just a second. Here we go with Brad. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. Here we go to the NBA tonight as the Lakers and Suns going head-to-head. We see a little bit of line movement. This was 3.5 overnight and in the morning here. Heck, I'm even showing... Yep, I'm showing some numbers here of about 2.5 right now. And this one's some 2s in some places. So Suns laying 2.5, total 224.5.
Yep, and I'm going to roll with the Suns here. Both these teams, they started off the season pretty slow. But, the Suns, they're coming off back-to-back wins, and they covered in both those games. So it looks like they're headed in the right direction. When it comes to the Lakers, though, it hasn't looked good lately. They dropped 3 straight games. Their last game, they lost by 34 points to the Rockets. And this Lakers team, they've also struggled on the road so far this season. They're 0-5 straight up on the road and 1-4 ATS on the road this season. And I just feel like over the last couple of years, fading this Lakers team has been an absolute goldmine in the beginning of the season. So, even without Devin Booker, I just think these teams are headed in different directions. So I'll take my chances with the home team that has the momentum, only laying 2.5. So give me the Suns here.
All right, Brad says take the Suns here, lay the 2 here against the Lakers. Of course, what made the line move a little bit, not a lot here, was the news that Anthony Davis has moved from questionable to probable. Bradley Beal is also probable in this game. Still no Vanderbilt, still no Vincent for Los Angeles, no Booker, no Lee here for the Phoenix Suns. As you said, it's been really rough sledding here for the Lakers on the road. What's been taking a huge hit has been the defense and three-point shooting.
Exactly, yeah. And having Anthony Davis definitely helps them. If they didn't have Anthony Davis, I would give them no chance in this game. But with Anthony Davis, that definitely helps them. But, even with them in here, for some reason, this Lakers team, it just takes a while for them to get the seasons going. So I think, we'll see similar to last season, they'll make a push late to get into the playoffs. But, for the start of the season, I'm going to keep fading them.
Yeah, you get all these free agents, limited, very, sometimes expiring contracts. So there's not a lot of issues with continuity because usually the Lakers bench is always, there's always turnover every year with this team.
Exactly, yeah. It's a new team every year when it comes to the bench, which, typically takes a while for everyone to get together and, start making waves. So, yeah, it's a good point there.
All right, Brad here on the Suns. You can find twos out there right now, so get the best numbers, shop, get the best numbers. That line move was basically moved because of the movement from questionable to probable for Anthony Davis. Laying 2 here against the Lakers. You want to wait even more and he plays? Maybe there'll be even a better value there. See how that rolls. Laying 2 against the Lakers. This one will start time 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Of course, a big NBA card. We got 9 games on the board from the NBA tonight. Lots of college hoops. We got some on the ice, college football as well. Heading into a big weekend. You can see Brad has been on fire in NFL, 641 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so I had a college basketball game earlier in the day, so that package isn't up there. But if you do have a long-term pass, I still have 4 college basketball games going on tonight. But when it comes to packages up there, I still got my best NBA play. It's $15 on the site, so great value. And then I already have my college football package up for tomorrow. It's 7 picks, so great time to hop on a 3-day pass. I'll be in the lab getting my college basketball plays for Saturday tonight. So there's going to be a lot of picks tomorrow. So yeah, great time to hop on a 3-day pass.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dog Stream. You see the great results he's put together here up on the site. Long-term pass is the way to go. You guys love that 3-day pass on the weekend, but it's November. You may consider the 30-day All Sports Pass. That gets you all the Brad's premium plays here for the remainder of the regular season of college football. NFL here for a good 4 weeks. NBA college hoops. The ice as well. Lots of great value right now when you go long-term in the month of November right now, because we're getting all these great matchups, all these rivalry games heading into the final month here of the regular season of college football. All right, Brad, I couldn't let you go because we know what's happening here. We know what's happening here tomorrow. It is Miami and Florida State, and Florida State is laying 2 touchdowns tomorrow.
Yep, and we're going to take the 2 touchdowns. I swear I don't take Florida State every week, but look, we hate Miami. That is one team we hate, and they're coming into Tallahassee, and that crowd's going to be wild. And we want to put a statement out to Florida that we are the best team, and by doing that, first is beat Miami and then beat Florida. So I think we come out and absolutely destroy the Hurricanes tomorrow. Yeah,
and looking at the ACC and look at Florida State's schedule. In the ACC, I think a little weak this year, and they can't. If they want to get in the playoffs, I think they're going to have to run the table here. You can't. 1 loss Florida State, I think it's going to be tough to get in.
It is, especially the way Washington's looking. That's the team that scares me. That could maybe slip in front of us and get that 4 spot. So I think not only we have to win now, but we got to beat these teams pretty badly. I think if we played, let's say, Miami and Florida close, and Washington just blows every team out they play, I think they would take that 4 spot. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous. So we really got to blow some teams out here, I think.
Need some style points. That's coming from a Florida State alum. There you go. Some people we see on TV, they're just, you see a lot of bias in some of these networks, but Brad telling you how it is. All right, Brad. Yep. Have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know about your video series here on the channel with your parlays. Yes, sir.
Yep, doing the parlays every day on Pick Dog's YouTube. On Saturdays, we've been killing it. I've hit I think 4 Saturday parlays in a row. So I'm about to record that video right now. So be sure to check that out tonight around 9 p.m. Eastern time. That video should be up. Every day on the site doing the parlay videos.
All right, guys, check out over at Pick Dogs Premium. Make sure to like, subscribe, set notifications, so when those videos drop, you get them right away. All right, Brad, have a great night. We'll catch up with you next week.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good weekend.
You as well. Brad Francis here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on a busy drive-thru tonight. So we'll bring in Javon Burst, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bring in Javon right now, ready to roll here. NBA coverage here from Javon. I think we're set to go. Javon, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. Everything's going great. Looking forward to the weekend. Lots of hoops everywhere. We're seeing some college hoops. NBA's start to roll here soon. Thunder and Kings going head-to-head tonight. Thunder with a minus now. They're as we know, road favorite, getting a lot of respect. Also, it's been a tough struggle to start for the Kings here. Thunder 1.5, total 231.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the Thunder. Whether that's minus 1.5 or lay a little bit more juice with minus 120 on the money line. It's really simple. Without De'Aaron Fox, the Sacramento Kings are shelling themselves. They don't have that alpha dog, and with that, they've lost 3 out of the last 4 games without him. The first game I wasn't on the Kings. It was an uptick. Just not having their main guy out there. The first game without him. The players are gonna play better. But then what happened? Flat spot against Houston, back-to-back games, lost. another loss. Then they barely got a win out of Portland. You know what I mean? So this is just going to be another one of those games where, there's a revenge angle with OKC because, quite frankly, the Kings have handed the Thunder their ass. That won 9 out of 10 in the last 10 games, and they're 7-2-1 against the spread. So this is a perfect time for the Thunder to get a little bit of get back. They lost the last 6 games, and the Kings are 5-0-1 against the spread. So I think that the Thunder, without the services of De'Aaron Fox, they put it to the Kings on their home court in convincing fashion. So I'm on the Thunder in this one.
All right, Javon says go Thunder, lay the 1.5 here against the Kings here tonight. NBA, yeah, it has been a difference here, right? Last year, the healthiest team in the league. This year, Fox out, and it's been a struggle. The Kings are having a difficult time making shots this year.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's all about, well, for me, when I've seen them, it's all about spacing. They don't have De'Aaron Fox on the court. It's just a totally different thing. You got guys like Keegan Murray. He's not doing it. Sabonis is still putting up points. I give him that. But the other guys, Malik Monk coming off the bench, I don't know why he's not starting. Yeah. They got Keon Ellis starting. It's kind of a team of disarray. They're searching for themselves. They're searching for an identity without their guy, their main guy. That's basically what it is. It's still early in the season. They have talent. It's just they're not putting it together.
Yeah, they need some help in the back court, in the point guard position to help out here with no Fox. Monk is not the same. Ellis, Dwardy off the bench. Kessler Edwards expecting minutes tonight. Davion Mitchell, Kevin Werder. I don't know. It's just, again, these are players that just probably need the help of Fox to elevate their games. And that's what we're seeing here. Thunder barely shooting, 43% on the season. I'm sorry, the Kings barely shooting 43% on the season. And we're getting the continuity here with the Thunder. These guys have played together for some time. SGA, Giddey, Dort, Chet Holmgren is starting to show something now.
Yeah, absolutely. Me, I've been high on the Thunder. And I think that, I told preseason that they're going to take that next step. Well, it looks like they're taking that next step. They're 5-3, straight up, 6-2 against the spread. So it's still on them on the side. They're still getting us money. They're still getting us paid, even with the odds makers adjusting, who the Thunder are, the perception of them in the betting markets. So, I just think they're going to take the next step, and they're going to be a top 6 team in the Western Conference. That's the way I see it.
All right, John, what is Boston? How does Boston see Boston College? I know we always talk about college football. We're based on your regional. We've seen some movement in the line. Virginia Tech laying a 1.5 against BC. Is this a team or a school that Boston embraces?
Well, I can't say that the Bostonians embrace any college teams. They gotta. The last time Boston college football has really been respected around here was when Matt Ryan was under center for the BC. That was 07, so it's been a while.
Yeah,
they get really no mention. They get no mention at all.
None whatsoever. It's just like nothing going on there.
They actually have to actually be doing something. Maybe knock off a Notre Dame when Notre Dame is up there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got to do something like that, but they haven't been that team to do anything. Like, they're having a nice season. I check out for them. I look for them. But, the masses at large, in the Boston area, nah, they're not checking for them at all.
Yeah.
They're more interested in the Patriots' downfall and the Celtics and Bruins. And I haven't really heard anything about the Red Sox neither. And it's hot stove season, so.
Yeah, not much going. And, of course, UMass just embarrasses the whole city, so it just makes college football look bad. It just makes it look bad. Yeah, that's it. UMass just makes the whole product look horrible. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing.
Hey, listen, and they're on the other side of the state, so they really don't get any mention.
Yeah, well, that's I'm just saying it just stains the whole state for college football when you got a team that bad representing your state.
Listen, college football, Don Brown. If you're really a college football junkie, then you're gonna know about it. But other than that, Yeah, it's all about pro sports in this area.
Yeah, all pro sport indeed. Javon here on the Thunder here, laying the point half here against the Kings tonight here at 10 Eastern time. All right, Javon, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Coach Javon showing great results here in the NFL. Great results there for the year. Also showing great profit over the last 7 days. So NBA on the board, lots of college hoops, college football weekend, huge weekend coming up. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, tonight I got a little bit on the mold. I got some meat on the bone in this one. I got a 3-pack in the NBA and also a 3-pack in college basketball. I've come out guns blazing in college basketball, putting out plays every night. Other years, I might take an easy approach, but I've been coming in hard on college basketball. With that said, I got a 3-pack in both the basketball, pros and college. And then tomorrow, you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put at least 12 college football plays on the board. I'm gonna have some NBA. I'm gonna have some college basketball, if permitted. And then Sunday, I'm gonna have some NFL plays going up. At least 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. So check me out on that. Check me on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. Or basketball with one of the other handicaps for the 2-4 capital emotional. You can't go wrong with us at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Get on board here with Javon Burtz over at Pick Dogs. You see the great results for Javon, 626 units of profit in the NFL, also showing great profit last 7 days in all sports combined. So good time to get on board with Javon long-term passes. You guys love that 3-day pass over the weekend. Get all the Javon's premium plays for 3 days. Cover your NFL and college football, NBA, college basketball thrown in there as well. Get on board. Use the promo code PICK. Save that 15% off. All right, Javon, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you next week, but we can always catch you up here on the weekend shows.
Yeah, absolutely. Per usual, I'll be here on the in the morning, Saturday and Sunday, and then right back here on the drive-thru.
Exactly, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. So when Javon appears on these live shows, you get the plays in real time, get those best numbers. All right, Javon, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Win. And see you on Monday.
We'll see you on Monday. Javon Burtz here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on the show, guys. You miss a pick, we always recap at the end of the day. At the end of the show, stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Brian Bittler, college football coverage with Brian. We'll bring him in right now. Brian, what's happening?
I'll tell you, this is one of the best Friday cards I've seen in a long time. We got NHL action, college basketball action, NBA action, college football across the board. Just because typically on a Friday you got college basketball, Ivy League, and Metro. Metro
MMAC, Metro Atlantic Association.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll throw in a Big Ten. Sometimes they'll throw in a Big Ten on Fox 1. Some of the Fox 1 teams will show up once in a while, right? You'll get that. But yeah, it's it is like this because college football, right? Until college football concludes in December, then we'll start seeing those Saturday cards get bigger in college basketball. Right now, you'll just see the non-football teams compete mostly on the Saturdays now, but still gives us a lot of work, a lot of inventory, which we like. And tonight we go to the college football gridiron tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. ESPN2 will televise this one after the Duke Arizona game. We got North Texas SMU going head-to-head AAC action. SMU, this size kind of been moved around. 17, I saw as high as a 20 early in the morning. 18 now, total 65.
Yeah, I tell you what, it has been jumping around. This morning it was 17, and I looked at another point, it was 19 and a half, and now I see it's back down to 18. But I love my AAC action, and we get 3-6 North Texas, Mean Green, and 7-2 SMU Mustangs. It seems like a lot of points here, especially with Preston Stone and concussion protocol. But to me, I think the line move would tend to indicate that Stone should start this game, but Kevin Jennings is the backup, and I think even if he ends up being the starter, we should have no problem covering this one. SMU, we've seen them before in action against Temple. They never take their foot off the gas. They beat Temple down a few weeks back. This SMU team torched North Texas last season, 48-10. I see a similar score tonight. We've seen both these teams be kind of betters recently, but SMU has covered 4 straight in the series between these two teams. I think it's going to come down to defense. If you look at the numbers, North Texas, I think they rank about 255th in total defense, and SMU around 38 or so. So I think it's going to be SMU's defense is going to be the key in this one. I'm going to lay the huge number 18 with SMU.
Yeah, Brian took it here. SMU laying the 18 in this one, 18 and a half. You guys do your line shopping, get the best numbers right now. You can find this the sharpest book in the world right now, putting up this 18 and a half or 18. You can find 18s in the marketplace. You can find 18s and 18 and a halves in the marketplace right now. So you guys do your line shopping, get the best number. And I'm kind of glad you mentioned that about SMU's defense, because that kind of gets lost in how they're just pounding teams. And, you know, when you're trying to lay these big numbers, it's just as important keeping your opponent off the board.
For sure, for sure. And if you notice now, not that SMU is a running team, but the worst part about North Texas is their rush defense. They're giving up about 260 yards a game. I think SMU is going to open up the pass by starting to run the football early. I know that generally leads to unders, but in this one, as far as covering the spread, I think it's going to open up a boatload of points for SMU.
Yeah, the big plays, right? The big plays, because that corner now has to keep an eye on, you know, the corner gets involved in tackling because they're the last line of defense against the run, right? So that corner of their eye, they're thinking run, and then of course that takes their eye off the receiver. They lose a step here, but it makes total sense there with Brian. SMU minus 18.5. Of course, we know Brian is in Philadelphia. We always got to bring up his Owls. His Owls got the job done against in an upset there against Navy. Now they're going to have to go into South Florida. They're going to get 7. Look at the respect here. They were South Florida opened up 8. Now it's South Florida 7, and we see the total 69.
Yeah, if I was going to bet this game, I would wait and take South Florida. Hopefully, maybe we can get that down to 6.5. I think too many people now. Not that everybody's going to jump on Temple, but I think how they looked last week. You know, people are fickle. They'll take that plus 7 points, but we've seen South Florida hang with Alabama. They've been better than the normal South Florida team. So I'd wait until kickoff. If I get 6.5, I would take South Florida.
All right, there you go. We get the Temple report from Brian, college football on Fridays. We like to go regional.
Temple Owls, they're better than UMass, though, right?
Yeah, they're better than UMass.
That'd be a good battle.
That's right. Be a good battle. There you go. So we get the local. We get a little local flavor from the Cappers there. So we got Brian here on the record. SMU to pound North Texas tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN2. Or let's about the conclusion of Arizona and Duke will be on ESPN2 tonight, Brian.
Excited. That's why I said it's just a great night for sports. Great college basketball action, and that's what I like with college football. And then tomorrow it's going to be a great weekend for sports lovers for sure. Yeah,
a lot of action, no doubt about that. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, we mentioned a lot of the action on the board. Brian showing great results over the last 7 days. What do you have going over at the site?
I tell you what, I'm going to try to repeat last Saturday, 5-1 last Saturday. So I have one play up for tomorrow, but tonight's best bet is in college basketball, my titanium play. You get that for $25 over at picktalks.com, or get my 3 best bets tonight in my square dance and 3-pack. I got an NBA, college football, and college basketball, all 3 plays for $50 at picktalks.com. Definitely looking for a huge weekend. There's some games on Sunday already circled and ready to load up.
That's right. Get load up indeed. Get on board here with Brian Biller over at Pick Dodge Stream. Great results last 7 days. Perfect time to get on board with Brian. Long-term pass. You guys love that 3-day pass here on a Friday. All the action from Brian Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All your NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball. And don't forget those big Saturday NHL cards as well. So get on board with Brian Biller. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. To that success, we'll catch up with you again next week. But we can always catch you on the weekend shows.
I'll definitely be there Sunday for the round table. Tomorrow I'm going to miss. I got some stuff to do with my son, but I'm looking forward to the round table with all the guys on Sunday. We sit and talk some NFL football and some NBA. Definitely going to be a fun time, and I'll see you on Monday. Hopefully I'll be streaking. That's right, streaking indeed. All right, Brian, have a great night. We'll catch up with you then. All right, I'm headed out square dancing, Tony. You have a good one, and hopefully we'll catch you on Monday on a nice hot streak. Indeed. Brian Bittler here on the drive to. Let's continue on. Guys, you ever miss a pick, we recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on. A lot of college hoops now coming up. Let's bring in James Clark. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodgeman. We'll bring James in here in just a second. Ready to roll here with James Clark. College hoops tonight. Let's get him here. Ready to go. James Clark. How you doing, James?
Pretty good, Tony. How are you today, buddy?
Everything's going well. All right, here we go. College hoops. I'm hearing my sound come back. I guess you got my volume on too loud.
I don't know. I got you down.
All right, here we go. I'm going to let you talk because my voice is coming through your speaker. But Ohio State and Texas A&M on Peacock tonight. We see Ohio State laying 1.5, total 139.5.
Yeah, guys, you look at these two teams. Texas A&M was a good team last year. So was Ohio State. But I gotta go with Texas A&M here. Plus 1.5. They start. You got 4 seniors and a junior, and the only junior that's starting is Wade Taylor. As you seen last year, was an awesome offensive threat. Average 16, 17 a game. So I look for him to keep it up. And you got this Ohio State that it's a young team, just starting starting 3 sophomores and starting 4 sophomores and a junior. And I just think the more expensive team, the more team here is Texas A&M. And I think Wade Taylor has his way with the Buckeyes here. And I really like Texas A&M plus 1.5.
All right, we got James here at Texas A&M plus 1.5 here against Ohio State. With Texas A&M, you see a lot of experience here, a lot of juniors and seniors here in the rotation.
Yes, you do, and that's the reason I like it. You got, like I said, you got 4 seniors starting, and the only junior that's starting for Texas A&M is Wade Taylor. And you know what? Like I said, what he done last year, and I think he just keeps it up this year. Ohio State had a good year last year, but they lost quite a few players. They're young. They got 4 sophomores starting in the junior. I just think they're too inexperienced for a game like this. I think this is going to be a good game, a big game. But I think Texas A&M, the experience in the fourth quarter is going to take over, and I like them plus 1.5. I like them on the money line. I think they win this game.
Yeah, Oakland played with them. They couldn't separate much, only 6 points. Ohio State shot 28% from 3. They gave 40% from 3 there to Oakland in the opener.
Yeah, they did. They do give up their fair share of points, but like I said, Texas A&M, I think the scoring and the experience is going to be the best thing in this game. Now, like I said, I think when it comes to the fourth quarter, I think Wade Taylor takes over like he's took over so many different games. I think he takes this game over, and I think he wins it for Texas A&M.
All right, James, we're going to go college football here with a big one. He got a big test for West Virginia going on the road against Oklahoma. Oklahoma opened 12. Now we're seeing Oklahoma 11, total 60.
Yeah, guys, like I said, if you've been listening to me give out these West Virginia games on the drive-through here, I'm 7-1 these WU games, and we're going to get us another one here. I like WU here, guys, plus the points. I think, Oklahoma, UCF hang with them a couple weeks back. You seen what we done last week. I just think West Virginia's hit their stride here. I think Green's found his zone. We found the receivers. We got a monster running back in C.J. Donaldson. We got a speedy back also on the right. I just think West Virginia's hit their stride here. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a chance at the end of this game to win it.
All right.
But I do think we keep it. I do think we keep it with.
There we go from James here, from West Virginia, like in here in that game. And now we're looking at James here, Texas A&M plus 1.5 against Ohio State tonight. All right, James, let's go over at Pick Dodge Premium. Your volume, my volume is coming through your speaker, so let everybody know what you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium.
I got a 3-pack going on, guys, right now. 3 of my best plays. 3 of the best plays that I got right now in the NBA. It's after we go 3-0 tonight, guys. I've got 3, 7, and 30-day guys. Like I say every time I'm on the show, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any of the cappers you see on the show or that you see on the site, and we'll put some money in your pocket.
That's right, guys. Got to board with James Clark over at Pick Dodge Premium. Get with the weekend action from James. Use promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll be able to save 15% off his premium package. He's got his volume up too high on his phone, so this guy's know you get on board with James Clark over at Pick Dodge Premium. Use promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Do that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. We catch you also on the weekend shows.
All right, Tony. I appreciate you having me on the show. I'll see you Monday. my settings are, my volume's all the way down. I don't know exactly what.
Let's see how that rolls.
But
All right, James.
I appreciate you having me on the show, and I'll see you Monday, Tony.
You got it. James Clark here on the Drive To. Let's continue on here on the show, guys. Up next, let's go ahead and bring in Rod Zawacki. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Rod here in a second. It's always been good to us here. Hope you guys caught the segment on Monday with the CFL conference finals. Let's bring in Rod, ready to roll here with Rod Zawacki. Let's see if we got him ready to roll here in just a second here. We'll get in Rod right now. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much. Getting ready for this loaded weekend card. The hockey video shot for yesterday, so those are almost ready to go uploaded. So, making the jump, getting ready to go. We got so much action this weekend. Had to get a jump on getting ahead. Got my plays in for tomorrow's college football. Just about to put tomorrow's hockey in, and then I'm going to deep dive some more college hoops. So it's nonstop. It's that time of year. We got so much sports going, and when we love them all, we can't help ourselves. We got to sacrifice sleep so we can make that money and continue to crush the bookies.
Yeah, we got a lot of sacrifice on the sleep. I'm telling you right now, it's like, show them that coffee. You saw that coffee mug next to you here for this time of the year? There you go. And it's almost
it's running low, see?
Running low.
Empty. It's just got enough. Time for another one.
Yep, it's running low there, guys. So we got to make sure Rod can refill that coffee mug. We're going to get Rod's game here in just a second. Got it loaded up here as we're going to be looking at going to college basketball. Of course, we know Rod's been studying, been off to a good start this year so far in college hoops.
Yeah, definitely off to a good start. Still early, lots of season left to go, but started off hot and looking to continue to stay hot and continue to take the bookies' money.
That's right.
In college hoops, hey, you jump on it early at this time of year. By the time we hit March Madness, we'll be ready to go a lot ahead of a whole lot of other people who are just going to start looking at stuff come March Madness.
Yep, they're just kind of starting. They're just starting it, but Rod is ready to roll. And here we go with Rod tonight. College hoops, ESPN Plus has Yale and Gonzaga in this one. Gonzaga going to be laying 12 in this one, total 156.5.
Yeah, look at this line. It opened a little bit higher than what it is now and come down for good reason, I think, here. Gonzaga, you had to they turned over a lot of guys from last season and definitely don't have the boatload of bench talent depth that they used to have over the last couple of seasons as well. They did bring over Ryan Nemhard from Creighton. Great pickup there. They also picked up Graham Ike from Wyoming. Big guy there. They also got a nice pick and roll guy for Nemhard in Joe Fuse. These three guys are going to be it for Gonzaga, and then they've got a couple of step up guys. You need Brandon Huff to step up. You need Dusty Strom to step up. These are all young guys that not a whole lot of depth is what we've seen with Gonzaga. So if these guys can get it rolling with those three guys, they'll have a good season. But you know what? This is going to be going against a Yale team that's going to be a little upset, disgruntled. They had to watch Princeton roll in March Madness tournament, and this Ivy League team in Yale Bulldogs brought back a lot of guys from that team last season. They brought Defensive Player of the Year in Bez Mbang, and I think he's going to be huge. Matt Knowing will be back as well. They got senior guards. August Mahoney, John Mareka, all these guys double-digit scorers for Yale. But the biggest guy for Yale tonight is going to be Bez Mbang. That guy's beast. He's Defensive Ivy Player of the Year for a reason. He's going to cover Nemhard in this one tonight and make it really hard for the Zags. And as I said, the Zags just don't have that depth. They don't have guys that can come in on the bench like they've always had, right? They just don't have it this season. So we're going to take Yale plus the points. I think the Zags got a good shot to win this, but a good shot they could get upset by Yale in this one. As we know, the Zags early in the season take a little bit to get rolling. Take Yale plus the points in this one.
All right, Rod says take Yale plus the points, plus 12 against Gonzaga. This is ESPN Plus tonight, 9 Eastern time. When we looked at Yale last year, I got my first peek of them against Hawaii in that tournament, that Hawaii tournament early in November. They got past to Hawaii in overtime, 62-59, getting points, and then they beat Vermont. They pounded Vermont at home last year in the non-conference. Then they had respectable losses by 3 at Colorado, 10 at Butler, 10 at Kentucky. So they hung in the non-conference against some quality schools.
Yeah, definitely hung against some quality conference schools. And you know what? They're going to do it again. As I said, they return 4 guys that are double-digit scores from last season, this Yale Bulldogs team. And they're mad. As I always say, they're mad. They're mad they lost to Princeton last year. They looked at what Princeton did and go, you know what? That could have been us last season, roll into the Sweet 16. And so, yeah, this Yale team's going to be a little mad, chip on their shoulder. Oh. And sorry, Gonzaga, but you're in trouble early.
Oh, yeah. And the worst part of
549 looks pretty good. Sprinkle a little on the money line.
Yeah.
Yale's got a shot to outright him here in this one.
There you go. And the worst part about that loss is Yale swept Princeton in both games in regular season.
In the season, they won both. I know. They got me too because I remember betting them. And this Yale, I had Yale in that over Princeton. And I figured for sure they would get themselves in, but Princeton was the upset in that one. So I remember I'm on Yale in this one.
That's right. And I think this tournament, though, here was a kicker. That tournament was in Princeton's home court, if I remember correctly.
Was it Princeton's home court too, right?
Yeah, that was why you should be mad. That should be in a neutral court setting. What are you doing playing on a new home court? You know,
playing at a home court. Yeah, they got a little bit of an advantage in that one.
Yeah, that was the big kick. That was the difference in that one. I know that was the. Of course, you do got to play those 2 games in 2 days, but one everyone else does. Of course, then they went to Vanderbilt, lost a 9-point decision to Vandy in the NIT because after that situation, they're not going to be they're not going to be motivated.
There was no motivation to go to the NIT, as a lot of teams go to the NIT, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
But when you look at the NIT loss, get over this. They played on Sunday, right? They got eliminated Sunday. Then they had to turn around on Tuesday and play the NIT game. March 12th, they got eliminated. March 14th, they played the NIT game on the road.
2 days later.
Yeah.
On the road 2 days later, they had to pack her up, quickly hit the road, and then play this game and have a little motivation. No. They were still feeling down in the dumps and kicking the pants. So, no motivation.
That was a real quick turnaround there. My goodness, there you get eliminated Sunday, and then boom, here's Tuesday. You got to go play Vanderbilt on the road. That's
on the road. Yeah,
that's kind of tough.
That's tough.
That's
really tough.
That's so.
And then to stew about it all this time and going, who do we get up first? Well, Gonzaga.
and you know what? And of course, they got to hit the books. All right, Rod. A lot of college. Any college basketball hit on your radar tonight? We got some competitive matchups tonight.
There's a few that are definitely on my radar, and I've got a 3-pack over there at Pictos tonight in college hoops. So there's more than just this one on the board. I got one that already went off, and I've got a nice 3-pack up there in college hoops for you. So I'm definitely off to a 4-0 start, and I've got 4 more in there tonight. So definitely a few more there to go.
This is like the Friday cards. Just to let you guys know, the Friday cards during November are like the Saturday cards in January. Just so you know, so the Friday cards are going to be loaded, right? They're going to be loaded on Friday because of college football, right?
Yep.
And we see packed. We got a loaded card tonight from morning to night, from evening to night here, featured with Duke, Arizona tonight, Tennessee, Wisconsin. Peacock is in action. We're televising a lot of these games as well. ESPN Plus, CBS Sports Network has some stuff up there as well. Pac-12 Network's got some Pac-12 games, but a lot of good games tonight. Virginia, Florida, ACC Network will televise that one. Memphis, Missouri,
San Diego State on the money line over BYU.
There you go.
San Diego State over BYU money line in that one. Wrong team favored. I think the San Diego State, the Aztecs there, defensively could shut down BYU and get the win there. I think the wrong team's favored.
There we go. Wrong team favored.
I would just miss my list. It was either this one with Gonzaga or that one. So it was close. So go with go San Diego State on the money line in that one.
There you go. I was trying to look for some of your teams. They're not on the board tonight. Some of the teams.
No.
Yeah.
No, not so many on the board tonight in the big names that we normally go with.
The Tommies are in action against Idaho State tonight. St. Thomas is in action. And then,
that's Brian's team.
That's Brian's team, right? He likes the Tommies, right? That's his. That's right. It's his. All right, that we got from Rod here. All right, Rod, we're hitting the top of the hour. Everybody know what you have going over at Pick Dogs. We're heading to a huge weekend of action tonight. Of course, as we mentioned, Rod, really good start to the college football. Strong numbers in NFL. Heading to a big weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over Pick Dogs Premium tonight, I've got, as I said, I've got my TGIF college basketball birdcage. 3 plays there. It's off to a nice 4-0 start in that. I also have my 10-star NHL Mega Money Blast. My top play in the NHL tonight. You can scoop that up. My $19 play of the day is over there as well. And then, as I said, college football all-day Super Saturday pack. 7 plays up there for you. So instead of buying all these plays, it would come to like $75 for the college football, 30 there. You'd be up to over $120. Grab a week pass for $119. Use that promo code PICK. Join me for the week. You see what we've done in the NFL. That'll get you what I got going tonight. It'll get you all of Saturday, all of Sunday, all the way right through the week coming ahead. Loaded NHL card, loaded more college hoops action, NFL, college football. Best way to go. Long-term pass this time of year with all these sports. If you're trying to buy all these packages individually, it'll cost you a fortune. Best value, long-term.
That's right from Rod. Go long-term with Rod Zawacki here in November. A lot of big action, a lot of action here. All the sports overlapping. Of course, the big college football rivalry games coming up right now. And, of course, conference championships as well, not too far away. And then before you know it, it's the bowl season.
Yeah, right? And all of it's just right around the corner. All the sports action that we've been following right from day one is right around the corner. It's that time of year. Yep. November is like Christmas. It rolls
holiday college basketball tournaments too. You got the day action.
Busiest 2 months of sports, I would say, over the next 3 months, basically. The next 3 months of the busiest time of sports.
That's right.
Going right now.
All right, Rod, we'll catch you on the weekend shows, but we know we got that video series hockey coming up, those big Saturday cards ready to roll.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. The way you get notified when those hockey videos get released. Dozen hockey videos, plus a parlay video for tomorrow as well. So definitely check those out. We've been doing pretty well with that parlay video. So we hit yesterday's. Looking to hit another one today. You can check out today's. It's archived. And tomorrow's should be up there shortly. So check those out.
Check them out indeed. All right, Rod. Keep up that great success. We'll catch up with you again. Enjoy the steak tonight, and we'll catch up with you again on Monday on the drive-thru.
Definitely, Tony. Good luck to you as well, and we'll catch everybody on the weekend. Definitely lots of stuff going on the weekend as well. So, Roundtable, big Sunday. Tune into that. That's always a good time. Enjoy and get your butt cushion groove going because usually a good 2-hour show on the Roundtable on Sundays. And
get the cookies.
We'll cover it all. So, definitely tune in. Yeah, get the cookies and go. It's definitely the big jumbo mug of coffee.
There you go.
I might need an even bigger jug. I might have to get one of those thermoses to sit down over here. One wasn't enough last week.
Oh, no. K-cup or the ground?
Yeah, big. You get a big thermos.
There you go.
At least a 4 or 5 cup of thermos because that round table could get heated. So definitely tune into that.
That's right. We will. All right, Rod. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you on Monday on the drive-thru.
You as well, Tony. Good luck with your best. Good luck this weekend, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Indeed. Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on the show, guys, and we'll get to the recap in just a second. Get to my pick, then the recap. Let's go here. We're going to look at this Timberwolves and Spurs team. Of course, Timberwolves, people have figured them out. Oh, this team is doing great work. They played great defense, top #1 in defensive efficiency. So let's hold your horses. Let's take the Spurs here plus 7.5. You know, the Timberwolves have played only 2 games on the road so far. So keep in mind that the Spurs are home after the road trip. And one thing to note here about the Timberwolves, they've lost and failed to cover both games on the road. And they're shooting only 41% in their road games. So we will look here on the Spurs. In this one at home, the Spurs, 50% shooting team, 120 points a game, 7.5 points. A bit too much. Let me see what you can do, T-Wolves, on the road before I lay that much with you. So we will take the Spurs plus the 7.5 here. It was 7, now 7.5 here as we're seeing some line movement. I guess people drinking that T-Wolves Kool-Aid. Why not? It's been great work at home, but you got to show me on the road on that one. There are some 7.5s in the market. They're even seeing a 6.5 in a Vegas sharp book as well. So we're seeing some split action on this one. I think some people are realizing, yeah, the Timberwolves are playing well, but you haven't done anything on the road so far. You've lost two games, and you're 41% shooting. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I got a 3-pack from the NBA. I'm document #1 in the NBA this year to start the season at Pick Dogs, so get on board. I've got a 3-pack. You can also get on board with my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or 30 All Sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time for you to select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Remember, multi-capper promotions here at Pick Dogs, adding more value as well. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Let's get to the recap for today's show. We got started off here with Jay. Jay said take the Rockets, lay the 1.5 against Pelicans. Brad on the Suns, laying 2 against the Lakers. Javon Thunder, -1.5 against the Kings. Brian says SMU, go ahead and lay the 18.5 against North Texas. James was on Texas A&M, +1.5 against Ohio State. College hoops. More college hoops from Rod here. Yale, +12 against Gonzaga. I'll be with the Spurs, +7 here against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The game I like the most, just got to come back here with the Suns until the Lakers can show me they can do something on the road. They're giving up over 120 points per 100 possessions on the road, scoring 105. It's what, a -15 net rating on the road for the Lakers? Not very good. Also struggling from the three-point line. And, of course, Vanderbilt in the lineup as well. Vincent out. We'll take Suns -2 in that one. I will agree with Brad on that game. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here at the Drive-Thru. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on the show today. Remember, it always gets started with that morning show here on the weekend, 9:30 a.m. each time with Jay, Chris, and of course, it'll be the roundtable, right? A lot of the cappers from the Drive-Thru will join Jay for that show on the weekend. Don't forget to check out Jay's Jam Session, NBA and NFL. Romanelli with his college football rundown. We also have Brad Francis with his parlay video. Mills with his UFC rundown, as well as his prop video. Of course, Rod Zawacki NHL rundown, as well as wraparound NHL with Chris. Also, Big Al McMorty, All Access. Check him out. Also, public betting from Dana Lane, a really good video series there. You guys want to check out a lot more here on the channel. You guys want to basically tune in and check them all out here. We talked about Rod's NHL video series as well. And, of course, don't want to forget Mitch's 7 Picks in 5 Minutes betting tool show. Roundtable discussion with the professionals. Lots of content here, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when these videos drop, you get them in real time. All right, that's going to do it here for the Drive-Thru. Thanks to everybody in this chat room tonight. Blake, shout out to you. Lewis Eisenhower in there as well. Nicholas Handy with his NHL picks coming in here. Let me just go ahead and put the live chat up there so you guys can see. Put your picks in the chat right now. Nicholas Handy likes the Sabres, Thunder, Pistons, Sixers under. Jimmy Lee likes the Dolphins. And we got more folks here shouting there on the for Rod Zawacki. So again, thanks. Shout out to everybody. Tony Brooks in there. Trader Boggs is in there as well. Live Dog. How you doing, Live Dog? Jumanji Jim in there as well. Tyrese in the chat. And of course, we got also Panger Lyle in there. Alex E. Lando H. Shout out to you, Nicholas Handy as well. All right, there you go. Seeing the picks from everybody here. Nicholas Handy coming in with his plays as well, like in that Sabres, Thunder, Pistons, Sixers under, as we talked about. So, everybody for their contributions today in the chat. Appreciate everyone's there. A lot of likes on that pick, by the way, from everybody. All right, let's see here. Prozaca tomorrow. There we go. All right, thanks for everyone's contributions. Prozaca tomorrow also in there in the chat. All right, that's going to do it for the show. And let's go ahead and bring in our cappers here from the show. Let's go ahead and bring them in right now. We're up 6, 7, 7 here. Anyway, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening, and we'll catch up with you again here tomorrow.